So I'm going to talk to you about three different tools. But the first one is the Learn and Try tool. One of the problems we have is that people don't know about the AT that exists. This is a free tool, it's online, and it helps people to find the accessibility tools that would work for them and for the people they're working with. It'll come out this spring, and you can find it at learnandtry.org is the URL for it, learnandtry.org. And if you go there now, you won't find anything, but it'll pop up this spring. And basically what it does is it is meant to be a free tool to help people to find not only the stuff that's commercial, but the stuff that's built into their operating systems already. There's so many people who just aren't aware of that. And these are just some of the different assistive technologies that we have that we've logged on. And sometimes, in addition to the AT, there's these free features. But here's some of the features. Filtering by cost, disability, and function, comparison, and see also features, etc. But easiest way to do this is to just show it to you. So let's say we have someone, and you can see over here, it says reading, cognitive, vision, physical. So let's say we have somebody who has a reading disability. And so these are all the different tools. And then they say, yeah, but I have a PC, so just show me the ones that work on a PC. Or just show me the ones that work on a Macintosh. Or I have a Chromebook. Show me the ones that work on a Chromebook. And you can even say, well, show me the ones that are built in, so they're free. And bingo, it says Chromebox, you can click on it, and it'll tell you all about it. If I wanted to find something for cognitive, we could see voice typing. Let's take a look at a broader range of things of what's available. And you can see the different types of products that are available for reading or for something else that you're interested in doing. And on any of these, then you can click on them, it'll open up and provide. So here's Messenger Pitching. And so in the end, there'll be a short video on each one. And this is so that, like in 10 seconds or a minute, you don't want to see a big video. It'll show you just quickly, and you can say, oh, that's what I'm interested in. Then they can come over and click, and there's one or more longer videos, so you can learn more about that particular product. There's a description of what the product is. There are the different disabilities. You can even see which different platforms it's available for. And then you can see whether free trial, prescription, etc. And so even places that don't have a lot of resources can say, well, show me what's available on the Chromebook that's free. And it'll then give you a listing of all of the things that would be available on the Chromebook, whether it's free or free trial or free versions, etc. So that's the one tool, and it's called the Learn and Try tool. Now, another tool that we want to look at is there are a lot of features that are built into the operating systems already. And so we have a tool called Morphic, and you can get that at morphic.org. So just put org on the end of anything to find it. And it gives you a little tool like this. And so if things are on the screen are too small, like you're having trouble seeing what's on the screen, you can just come down and hit text size. It's actually screen scaling. But what you'll see it does is it makes everything on the screen larger. Sorry, I clicked on an extra thing by accident here. So then I can click on it again, and it'll get larger. And I can click on it again, and it gets larger. And so I can just keep making it larger and larger until it's of a size I can use. And this is a free tool, and it's installed on all the computers at Maryland, Wisconsin, Illinois, all of the libraries in St. Louis. It's going on all the libraries in San Francisco and all 29 libraries. And the goal is to have this basically on all of these computers so that people can find them. Now these tools are things, this is actually called screen scaling, and it's in the control panel, but if you don't know to look in the control panel, or it's too hard to find it, or you don't know what it's called, but we've also found there's an awful lot of people who will not go into the control panel for any reason, because they're afraid to go in there, they're afraid to break the computer. And so a lot of people who are in this fragile, delicate situation of not being able to use things are some of the ones that are most timid about doing something and breaking the computer. And so where do we hide all the accessibility stuff? In the one place they're afraid to go. So magnifier is another one. So you can have a magnifier, and let me just go to some page here that's more interesting. And you can see that you can click on the magnifier and it works. Now the mouse works in magnifier mode, so it even helps if you're having trouble doing something and not seeing what you're able to do. And again, you can hide that. There's a snip tool, and this isn't thought of as being an accessibility tool. First of all, a lot of people can't find it. It's under notifications. Why would you put a snip tool under notifications? Don't know. But for people who have trouble using the computer, the ability to take a picture of anything and then send it to somebody and say, I don't know what's going on. As a matter of fact, you guys may all find it handy when you have an error message pops up. And then you call them up and ask them about it, and they say, well, what did it say? And you go, error? And they say, what was the error number? And you go, I have no idea what the error number was. So just take a picture of it, and then you have it. Or you can stick it in an email. You send it off to people, and they can see what it is. Read Selected is really powerful. There's a lot of people who have trouble reading, and this allows them to be able to, and some apps will read to you, but then it won't someplace else. So this tool, email, documents, websites, any place that you have text that you can select it and have it read to you. So that, and this really helps individuals who have dyslexia. Now, with dyslexia, what you'll see is the letters are sort of like jumping around on you, and that makes it hard to read and makes it hard to go to school. So having stuff read is great. But what's more important is, and nobody thinks about it, is writing. How many of you would write an email and send it to your teacher or your boss without first reading it to find all the stupid typos you put in it? That if you sent it that way, they would look at it and they would go, I hired this person? Okay, well, if you have dyslexia, you write that message. How are you going to proofread it when the letters are doing this? Okay? You can't. So what do? We have kids who have questions, don't ask them. They just sit quietly and they try and go and they fall further and further behind and they won't. So having the ability to write an email, highlight it, have it read back, I'll tell you, any typos jump out at you. Even where you type you instead of your, it reads back and says, I'm looking forward to seeing your tomorrow. And you go, what? And you go back and you correct it and don't sound like a dunce. So that's a really powerful tool. There's a contrast, and again, this was put in for low vision, but the number of kids and adults who say they have migraines, and they said in using this, they've had like a third of the migraines they had before. And anybody who's ever had a migraine, if you can just eliminate one of those, that's fantastic. And I said, well, why don't you just use the dark mode? And they said, well, that's a great idea, except when you hit dark mode, you know, some things turn dark and a bunch of other stuff doesn't turn dark. And so it really doesn't work that well. And then all the other accessibility features, you can come up and here, you know, the key ones like mouse size, pointers and stuff, but here's all accessibility. And now it drops you right into the control panel where you can find them. And that's really great. Okay? So this is free. You can just go to morphic.org and you will find that just click on Get Morphic Free and you can see there's Morphic Mac OS and for Windows. There's even an ability to create your own custom Morphic bars if you wanted to for a grandmother or a grandfather who can't use the computer anymore. And it just gives them a custom Morphic bar. I'll show you what it might look like, where it just has, I'm not signed in on this one. It just has like pictures, and it'll take you to pictures. You can click it so that it will drop you into a Zoom call. It doesn't launch Zoom, it literally drops you into a Zoom call for people who can't figure out how to get into Zoom anymore. Click on one, it'll call somebody. Click on one, it'll drop them into the streaming Sunday service. One button, like a push button radio. Okay? And the last thing I want to talk about is AT on demand. And again, you can find out more about all these in booth 800 in the booth. You just in the door all the way to the right, and you'll find it on the left. All of us have gone to school, and we've spent a lot of money, of our taxpayers' money and stuff, putting a computer on the desk of all these classrooms. And in the libraries, computers all over the library. And they're for everyone to use, right? Everyone except if you need AT, in which case your AT isn't on there and they will not let you install it. And there's a good reason they won't. It would be unsafe to install it. So what we've done is to create something called AT on demand. And what it means is it's free. The library can put it on their computer. The school can put it on all their computers. And now, for the first time, somebody who uses AT can go in and sit at any desk, any computer, go to the library, sit down to any computer, sit with their friends, sit down to a computer, and their AT will show up on that computer, configured just for them. And when they're done, it'll disappear. Okay? And so the software is there, Raising the Floor makes it available free. And so you can put it on all the computers. There's no excuse for it not to be there. And in fact, we've even started a movement called AT Anywhere. And you can go to atanywhere.org. And it'll tell you about it. And it basically says, because the software is now available, it is open source. Anybody can get it. It's free. And because of that, it's non-proprietary. We should the undersigned, think that all the schools and libraries should now install this. And so please go there, sign up. We're trying to get the broadest range. Get your organizations to sign up to it too, because it's now there, but it takes a little prodding to get schools and stuff to do things differently than they have been doing them. It's secure. It's all grant and gift funded. There is no collection of any data about anything. If you call us up and ask us, oh gee, we saved my settings and I don't know what they are, we'd say, we don't either. The your settings are saved, but they're encrypted and only you can get access to them. So it's totally private. So there's no reason not to implement this. And so we're trying to start this AT Anywhere movement. And Raising the Floor's ATOD is one way of doing it, and it's free, but anybody else who wants to do it can do it as well. So this is not something that we should have any qualms about doing. So these are the three tools. You can go to morphic.org to find out about Morphic and AT on demand. You can go to learnandtry.org, and you can find the free Learn and Try tool. And you can go to atanywhere.org to sign up to help say that we should make sure that people who have AT are able to use it anywhere, that everybody else can use their computers. I have 2 minutes left. Are there any questions that people have that they would like to ask? Yes. So we have AT on demand. Which AT can you use? And basically any AT that works with computers, we're setting it up for. We have a long list. Actually, I had it on screen a minute ago where we saw that screen with all the lists. But all the ones you know and a whole ton that you don't know. Come by the booth. You can learn more. Booth 800. Thank you very much.